Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue our chess tutorials. In this video, we're gonna complete our basics and tricks. The previous video, we talked about Morphe's opening, and we talked about another opening, and we talked about two tricks and we have two assignments. And please, I said that you can give a checkmate for this black king in two moves. So I think that I left you the enough period to think about it. So now, how can we give the black king a checkmate? So here is the queen qb3. Let's make it here in qb8 and give a check. So the king the king cannot cannot move here or here. Why? Because the bishop is here. So what you have to do is to capture the white queen. So what happens next? Then the second amazing move of the white is r d1 to r d8 and give a check. The black king cannot capture it due to the bishop, and I cannot capture the rook by any piece. Also, I cannot make the king come here or come here. Why? Because here is the rook and here is captured by the bishop. So this dramatic end for the black king, and this is the checkmate. Okay, so very simple. Also, the second assignment here we have a checkmate. So what is the checkmate for the black? Notice that the king cannot come here, and if you play the bishop pp2 to pf6 and give a check, the king cannot come here. Okay, I cannot capture this bishop. I cannot by any piece. I cannot do it. And also, I cannot put any piece here. So this is the checkmate. Very quick and very simple. So today's video, we're gonna talk about how to give a checkmate if you at the end game using one queen. Okay, this is a familiar end game for you. So now, how to get a checkmate for the black king? Unfortunately, if you do not know the pattern or the way to give a checkmate, you will lose the game, or you get the draw. You will get the draw. Actually, you will get the draw. We're gonna talk about the draw cases later. So, simply have to decrease the escape squares for the king. Do not make the king run away. You have to decrease the squares of escape. Simply here, so in order to checkmate a long king that's away from the edge of the board, you have to control the 8 squares around it, as well as a 9th square, the one on which the king is standing. If the king is on an edge, however, it is only 5 escape squares, while in a corner it has only 3 escape squares. So it is obviously easier to checkmate a king on the edge than one in the center. Okay, and even easier to checkmate a king in a corner. So let's do it now. First of all, you have to play. Okay, do not play this or give a check. Do not give the king a check in the beginning. Okay, the king will run here. If the king gets away from the corner or the edges and moves to the center of the board, it will be very difficult for you to give him a checkmate. So here is the deal. The brilliant move here is qd1 to qd6. Why? To not be captured here, and also to decrease the squares of escape. Now the king can only move in this square. Okay, this. The second move, please get your king here, and the black king can get here, here. Okay. Anyway, move. You move with it. It moves. You move. He moves, and then you move. Please be careful, because if to avoid the draw. Okay, we're gonna talk about the draw later. So now this king cannot move, only can move here or here. Okay, please. So now do not please get your queen here, or you will get the draw. Move the king, and the king, the white king, the black king, the white king, black king, the white king, the black king, and here checkmate here, or here is a checkmate. Very, very fast. Okay, without any problems, without any without wasting our time. Okay, so suppose that someone do not know this method, you will not get the checkmate. So suppose you play it here, check. I play it here. Suppose here, check. I get here, check. I get here, check. I get here. Notice that the moves are wasting our time. Check. This way you will get the draw easily. So, gentlemen, please, you have to try the first method. Now, we're going to talk about how to give a checkmate by one rock. Okay, so the same procedure you will follow, but the problem here that the rock is has lower power than the queen, of course. So the same pattern will be applied, but the end may be different. Okay, so let's play it here to decrease the escape area. The king will try to capture you. Okay, the king here. So what you have to do is simply move this rock here. If you move your rock here, you will allow the king to escape from you and get to the center of the board. So king, the white king, black, white, black, white, black, white, the black. So what should you do here? Now, if you this pattern is the most difficult pattern, I think. Why? If you play your rock here, the king will play his move here, or will move here, and you cannot get the check. Okay, so you may play it here, and the king will be here, and then you can get the checkmate. Okay, but there is another way for this. Some people cannot do it for the first time, or the not professional players do not know this. So what is the problem of this pattern? Please try to give the king checkmate in two moves. Here you can play, if you play this as I said, this king, if the king moves here, you can get the checkmate in the second move, okay? But the king will move here, so you have to play another move, and there is no checkmate. If there is not a checkmate, why the king will come here? So you will increase the time and increase your movements. Okay, so please, what is the two checkmate movements? Please think about it. Try to give the king this position, this particular position, a checkmate in just two moves. Okay. Now we have also another trick for you, and you have to solve it by yourself. Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much. We have just finished our tutorial. The next tutorial, we're gonna talk about how to give a checkmate using two bishops, and we're gonna show another trick. Please try to solve the examples of this video, and please send me your solution. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.